Hello and welcome to Art with Mrs G. In today's lesson I'm going to show you how to draw very simple bird shapes using two overlapping ovals. So let's get started. I want my bird sitting on the branch, so I'm going to begin by drawing its little clawed feet. 1, 2, 3 forward and one little clawed foot going back on the branch like that, and then you go back at an angle and you put a little sort of reverse knuckle on the end of the bird's leg. Then you can draw the second leg just tucked in behind it with two parallel lines. This makes sure that the bird is actually sitting on the branch or the ground if you want it to. And then we do two simple ovals. So that's the body shape, and I'm going to overlap the head shape. It's a smaller, rounder, ovally shape like that. So I've got the basic shape for my bird. If I'd like it in a more upright position, I could, for example, do it on this side the other way. So 1, 2, 3 claws, and then one going backwards. Take that leg back at an angle. Tuck the second leg in behind, and then I'm going to position my oval slightly more upright for this bird. There we go. And it could be a taller bird or it's sitting up, so then I overlap my top circle about there. Use a rubber to disappear the lines where the shapes are overlapping. And now correct the top wing shape. Continue following the curve of the back and add a nice pointy tip to the end of the wing. And over here as well. And then we could disappear this line. And then we can continue the wing shape going up here. And normally there's a pattern, it goes round onto the bird's face, so we'll do that. And we'll do the same on this side. So joining that onto the tail now with the wing shape. Okay, so I'm now beginning to decide where the bird's chest pattern is and where its wing is. And then we can add on a beak. I'm drawing a fairly small bird, something like a blue tit or something, and I want this just to come in a little bit on the face like that. So again, I'm just going to take that line off the circle there and just bring the beak marker in a little bit. The eyes will be just off centre, so find the middle and move it slightly closer to the beak. We do a little beady black eye. Leave a little white dot of reflection. There we go. And some birds have got sort of patterns around their eye really, so you might like to try that on one of them. I'll put that on that bird. And then we need to add the tail feathers, the flight feathers at the end. So normally there's a bit sticking out at the end there. We can add some feathers and elongate that section. I'm going to do the same here. I might just make my branch get out of the way there. So let's take some flight feathers on that one underneath as well. So you can see the shape of the bird starting to form. And now what you want to do is join up that outline in a smoother curve. There we go. So going round the outline, making sure that the neck now flows into the back. Do you see? So here, I don't want such a sharp gap. I want to join the neck smoothly onto the body, like that. And then I can just tidy up my lines as well. Okay, that's looking much more bird-like. Now for some flight feathers. So you'd normally get some feathers showing on the end of the wings there. Can do some of that on those ones as well. And then the tail feathers, just a few flicks there. And then if you want to add a pattern, sometimes birds have got sort of black marks around the base of their necks there. And you might want to put some little feather markings on the body. Or if it's a thrush, you might want to do some dots. And you can develop your bird into whichever pattern you like. I recommend looking at some pictures of birds so that you can develop some real patterns and colours and markings. I've chosen to look at the British blue tit and the sparrow. And here you can see a whizzed up version of me gradually adding the colours to my house sparrow, building up from the browns to the blacks and adding a little bit of orange as well. Next you can see me developing the colours on my blue tit, putting the black band that goes across its face and around its head, defining the feathers on its back and the outline of its legs and its tummy. Moving on to add in some yellow on the stomach and then building up those feathers on the back with a nice bright blue and then a darker blue as well after that. When you colour in the toes on your little bird, you can make them curl around the branch too. If you enjoyed learning how to draw birds today, please give my video a thumbs up and share it with your friends, and I hope to see you again soon.